Hello and welcome to this demo on provisioning an unattended robot in a modern folder. In this video, we'll add a new user, assign and provision an unattended robot, and run a job from Orchestrator. Let's get started. We're once again in Automation Cloud, where we'll navigate to the admin panel in the Users and Groups tab. Here, we'll add a new user and assign the membership to the Automation Users group. Unattended robots don't need additional permissions, neither here at the Automation Cloud level, nor at folder level in Orchestrator. But let's not anticipate. Alright, we've invited the user and we're now in the Orchestrator service of the tenant. As you can see, we don't have any robots, so let's do something about it. We'll type the newly added username here and grant the user the Allow to be Automation User role at the tenant level. This will allow us to grant the Automation User role below at folder level, which will then give the user the permission to execute processes. Next, let's provision an unattended robot. In the Unattended Robot section, we'll enable the Robot Creation toggle and type in the domain and the username of the user. If, for example, the unattended robot will run on a separate Windows machine, it's the machine name and the Windows username, as well as the password in the dedicated field. Depending on the context, you might need to change the credential store and the credential type used. Great! In order to function properly, unattended robots in modern folders need both a user and a machine template. Since we have the user, let's take care of the machine template now. We'll navigate to the Machines tab, add a new machine template, give it a name and assign it at least one runtime. It goes without saying that you need to have available unattended licenses to be able to run a job. The next step is to connect the unattended robot to Orchestrator. The condition for this is that both the user and the machine template are added to the same folder. So, let's first take care of that. We'll navigate to this test folder that we've created for this demo and click Users. This is where we'll add our user with the Automation User role. Then, under Machines, we'll assign the machine template from earlier. So far, so good. To connect our unattended robot to Orchestrator, let's switch to the machine where the robot will run. Here, you need to have at least the UiPath agent installed. It's this one right here, and it's offline right now. So, let's right-click it and navigate to the Orchestrator settings. To connect it, we need to input the Orchestrator URL. It's the same one in the browser where we have Orchestrator open, down to the name of the tenant. It should look like this. And we have to input the machine key, which is the one generated in Orchestrator for the machine template. Once you have these two, simply hit Connect. Great! Now our robot is connected and licensed. Back to Orchestrator. As you can see, we have here at tenant level the unattended robot available. Let's now run a job. To do that, we'll navigate to Processes and click Start a Job. Here in this window, we can define the parameters associated with the job that we're about to run, like the number of runs, a target user, or a target machine. We'll leave these blank so the job will be executed by any available robot. Then click Start. If we go to Jobs, we'll see it running. But let's see what happens on the machine where our unattended robot is running. As you can see, the job is successfully run here. Let's click OK. And back in Orchestrator, our job is now finalized and successful. And this concludes our demo on unattended robots in modern folders. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Happy automation!